All right, you guys. We are getting ready to start in a few minutes. People are still rolling in. So, a few things. One, we're going to be giving away a book tonight. Two, you see, there's a lot of networking going on. As you can see, the event starts for 6:30, and the speaker starts at 7:30. So stay tuned if you want to hear from them. Okay? We're just going to get it rolling.
So it's really now where is your brokerage?
I actually am a CPA, so I actually really do CPA.
Oh, okay.
And I focus on real estate. But I got my broker's license. So it's like you have an investment sort of like a building sort of like. Well, what do you mean? I gotta tell them. But that's okay. You know, so then, you know, I did all that. I was doing some flips and some stuff and getting everything started right before the market. And then I focused on my and I still do. I have a property list on right now. It's just friends and family.
That's what my dad's doing. See, my dad, by running the company, he's been hand-timing. He's at the office every day. We do a huge property management because he hasn't really been able to do one thing he loves, and that is invest. So now that I'm on board, he's got more time. He just bought a nice little townhome off of Airport Road in Slide Island. He wants to buy a few more because that's extra time. So that's his rule. So he just handed me all watching her handling the property management. But I'm looking forward to it. I love it. I really do. It's fun. Every day is different. You know what I mean? We went into a house recently. We have an investor. He gets a lot of tax sale properties. And when I told her this was probably when I first had started. So we go to his house to tell these people that, look, you're going to have to leave. And he already kind of told these people to contact me. So I go with my dad to go beat this chick. And it was, oh my God. So this poor lady, she's almost in tears, talking about losing her house and all this stuff. And then come to find out she hasn't made a payment in an unbelievable amount of time. 14 hasn't paid anything. And I'm thinking, in what world do you think that's okay to not pay and you just get to, and the house it was so disgusting. I've never been in anything. I walked in, I told her when I got home, I said, I'll talk to you in a minute, I got a shower. It was that bad.
Like they're living there.
They're living in this thing. It was a man and a woman, I think it was, boyfriend, girlfriend, their daughter and a son, and they were all like, the kids were 19 years old roughly. They're walking around barefoot in this house, okay? It's not uncommon to walk around barefoot. It is when there's dog feces in the carpet all over, there's peas in areas. I'm thinking, this is how people could live like this. This is beyond.
All right, you guys, we're going to get started in this section. If you want to find a seat.
They want to do a card or something with their name on it. She's going to do a drawing for a book at the end.
Oh, okay. So bring the cards. Okay. Got it.
I know people are going to be rolling in, but it's good to see you. Some new faces, some familiar faces. Look, I feel like I'm always like pulling teeth from a baby trying to get y'all to stop networking. It's okay, you can have some more time, okay? So a few things. One, if you guys don't know who I am, I'm Courtney Fricky. I'm the one who pits on these events. A lot of you I spoke to outside of these events. When it is, thank you guys for coming. And if there's, when it is, let me give a few announcements. And then, so, first of all, how do you guys know what is happening tomorrow night in Hammond? Any of you guys? Okay, a few of y'all. We're doing a networking mixer in Hammond. What it is instead of doing a monthly meeting like this in Hammond, right now, this year, we are doing a quarterly mixer. So instead of the chairs, instead of a speaker, like the educational mix aspect to it, tomorrow night is going to be purely networking. We expect, I'm anticipating anywhere over 50 people to the event, so 50 to 100 people. So It's a great event. Just because you're here on the North Shore doesn't mean that that's not a great place to network. There are people, anyone's welcome. For any of our events, anyone is welcome. Whether you're new to real estate investing, you've been investing for a while, or you provide a service to the industry. Either way, you're welcome to attend these events. So tomorrow night, 6:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. In Hammond. With it is, we've got these little blue business cards that has our website on them. If you want to check, we have tons of info on our website as far as like the location, the time of any of our events. Also on our website, we've got a handful of other things, like that right there is live streaming on our Facebook page. You can find that, from our website. If you guys ever want to go back and listen to something, or if like you can't make it and you want to listen, we started doing that back in I think November or December, so people can, there can be an archive type video log, but also, we don't have an entry barrier at the door like, oh, you can't listen, so why not put it on the internet, right? So a few things. So tomorrow night in Hammond, we have that mixer. Then next Tuesday, this is our first month doing multiple events like this. We've got 3 events in this month. So tonight's meeting, which is our main meeting. We got tomorrow night's networking mixer, which will be once a quarter in Hammond. And then we've got on Tuesdays the start of our real estate investing basic. We're calling it real estate investing, or REI for short, 101, which is a lunch and learn. And you guys, so El Paso, the restaurant on Robert Road here inside El, we're doing it in the side room of that next Tuesday from 12 to 1:30 p.m. And it's going to be a once a month, so the rest of the year you're going to have there's going to be basically foundational topics being shared, so that for any of you who are new to investing in real estate, or if you service the industry and you're like, hey, I'd rather get a little bit more foundation, so that like, man, there's all these things that kind of go over my head. Like last month was a little bit of an advanced topic. Some of y'all, I don't know if it went over the head. It was like, well, that's like next level. So this is a course that can give you some foundational aspects. Next month, y'all, we are meeting, actually the same dates, the 12th of next month. We're actually going to have like a little a Q&A session where it's going to be on how to change the way you think about taxes so that you can maximize your business. I don't know how many of you guys are dreading tax season. Anyone else? Yeah? Okay. It is a common trait of the wealthy to change the way you think about taxes. Like before you go and swipe your business card, it's having this mindset about it that knows how this can benefit your business. Just things along those aspects. And the fact that there are benefits out there. One of the ones we're looking to cover is the opportunity zones. That's new. Any you guys heard of opportunity zones? Okay. If you haven't, it's a newer, right? Newer incentive that the government puts out. Like, if there's any tax loops out there, guys, that is the government's way of incentivizing action, okay? So what does that mean? They're trying to get you guys saying, hey, we're going to give you this benefit tax-wise so that you can do this. And anyway, so those are some things that are important to know. So that's next month. That's going to be our main topic. And I promise my goal for that is to make it engaging and to where it's not like boring tax talk, okay? So know that I'm like, challenge accepted, all right? We're also going to have a real estate 101 class next month too. On the back table back there, guys, there's a few things. One, it has those events lined out on the dry erase board. You see there's a glass bucket back there. I'll get to that in a second. There is a paper up there where you can put down your email address if you want to sign up for our newsletter. We send a newsletter once a month saying, hey, these are our events for the month. So if you're not currently receiving those, if you signed up already, check your spam folder. But then 2, if you haven't signed up, you can either sign up for there or go on our website's homepage and just input it. If you're like, I have horrible handwriting, she's never going to know what my email address, what I just wrote. You can go on our main page, you can input it, it'll directly add you to our list. These events are free thanks to our sponsors. We've got Mia's one of our sponsors. We've got Justin in the back. Mia's an agent. Justin, he's a land investor and wholesaler in the back. Anyone else missing? No, we've got a few more. We've got Christina Lawrence, who's she's a property manager and an agent. We also have Christina Ruska. She is a lender with Assurance Financial, and then we've also got Allstate's Insurance. So another one is at the end of the day, my company's ready to pick up the tab because my goal is to keep this a free meeting for you guys, so that a free meeting and also a pitch-free meeting. And what I mean by that is it's not going to cost you something at the door. Not that I think that you guys, okay, they don't have the money and whatnot. No, it is. There's too many times that people are saying, hey, come in and we'll sell you this course. Like it's always selling about a course. My goal is to provide value-based content, but then also do it in a way where, look, we're competing with things like Bigger Pockets. How many of you guys own Bigger Pockets, right? That is a phenomenal resource. If you're not on it, you're missing out. But that is, there is so much free content on the internet that it's like, why not just stay at home on Bigger Pockets? You know? So what we want to do is we know that there are great opportunities in this room. So speaking of great opportunities, one of the things is, guys, if you are a cash buyer, I have brought a little jar back there. So my company, one of the things I do is I do wholesale to other investors. So if you are a cash buyer who's not on my list already, you guys are welcome to either pitch your card in that glass jar, or there's a little piece of paper where you can write your name and your email address. I specifically flip land to other, deals, whether it's residential, whether it's land to people here on the North Shore. So if you're looking for great deals on the North Shore, you can drop your card, or you can write down your info and drop it in there, and I'll add you to my cash buyers list. Another thing back there is, a lot of y'all usually ask, because I'm running around getting things going, I have my card back there. You can just grab it. You don't have to come find me, but you're welcome to find me. My card is back there. Let's go ahead. I actually asked, I know I was calling you Wayne, but to come and share a market report. I don't know about you guys, but I like geek out on the data. So I asked him to come share specifically a rental market report. So if you don't mind coming up and sharing, he's going to give you guys an idea of what the rental market is doing.
Thank you, Courtney. Before I get started, it's been an ugly day, so I thought I'd lighten the mood a little bit with a little joke I found earlier today. An old man was on his deathbed, and he wanted badly to take his money with him. So he called his priest, his doctor, and his real estate agent to his bedside. He said, "Here's $50,000 to be held by each of you. I trust you to put this in my coffin when I die, so I can take my money with me." At the funeral, each man put an envelope in the coffin. Riding away to lunch afterwards, the priest suddenly broke into tears and confessed, "I only put $38,000 in the envelope because we needed a new organ for the church." Well, since we're confiding in each other, the doctor said, I only put in $25,000 because we needed a new MRI machine for the hospital." Disgusted, the real estate agent said, "I'm ashamed of you both. I want it to be known that when I put my envelope in the coffin, it held my personal check for the full $50,000. Alright, so before I begin with the market report, I just want you to know that these numbers are based on the last few months where we did have the holidays, so they're going to be a little off because obviously it was a lot slower during December. Residential homes in excellent or very good condition, and this is from since November of 2018. In East St. Tammany, homes were listed for an average of $110.56 a square foot, which is up over $1 from November just a few months ago. And they sold for an average of $101 a square foot. Again, this is East St. Tammany. The East St. Tammany homes in fair to poor condition were listed for $77.43 a square foot, which is actually up $8 just for a few months ago, and they sold for $64 a square foot, which is up $6. In West St. Tammany, homes in excellent, very good condition, were listed for $140 a square foot, which is up $6, and they sold for an average of $130 a square foot, which is up $2. In West St. Tammany, homes in fair to poor condition were listed for about $108 a square foot, which is actually down $6 a square foot, but they sold for $101 a square foot, which is up $11 a square foot. Now that's a pretty nice increase in just a few months from November. Now as far as rentals go, in East St. Tammany, the average listing in excellent, very good condition is listed for 88 cents a square foot, and they're leasing for an average of 86 cents a square foot. So the listing and what they're going for are very close, which is normally the case. In West St. Tammany, the rentals are a bit higher. In excellent and very good condition, they're listed at 99 cents a square foot, so just about at $1, and they're going for 97 cents a square foot. Other trends that we are noticing is that buyers and renters, they want the neutral high-end finishes. What's really in right now is, and of course I'm sure you've noticed, white cabinets, light-colored granite, or even concrete and quartz are becoming very, very big right now. A lot of people I've been dealing with, they want garages, fenced-in yards, and the biggest thing that I've been hearing from renters and buyers is no carpet. They hate carpet. I mean, it's a huge turnoff. If you are selling, buyers do not want, and I've worked with so many people that are selling, and they're like, well, I don't want to put the money into changing the carpets out, so tell them I'll give them a renovation allowance. Sounds nice, sounds great on paper, but to a buyer, all that means is, hey, I got something I got to do. I got to get flooring out of it. So it's great they give me the money, but they just want to move in. So move-in ready is much obviously more appealing, and it also gives that wow factor if done properly. For many buyers and renters, school district is extremely important, as well as proximity to the interstate. Over the last few years, I've had more people, instead of telling me what kind of house they want, they tell me what district they want. Or I commute over to New Orleans, I got to be close to the interstate. It's almost like that's, how many beds, baths, and all. That's almost like an afterthought. So, and everybody knows in real estate what's the most important thing: location, location, location. Currently, right now, the most sought-after districts in East St. Tammany are North Shore High and Slidell High. And in West St. Tammany, there's been a little bit of a change. What I've been getting with all my clients is they want Lakeshore and Fountainwood. Those have been the top two, where for years it was Mandeville. I'm getting a lot of people asking for Lakeshore actually over Fountainwood. St. Tammany has some of the best schools in the entire state. But as far as if you're looking for properties to flip or for rent, those are areas you might want to target. Another interesting fact that I wanted to share with you guys is, I don't know if any of you know this, but 68% of all U.S. households are pet owners. 68%. And out of that 68%, 60.2% are dog owners. I cannot tell you, my last few clients that have wanted to rent property, they have dogs. It's a big issue. So, what you want to do is, if you're looking for that rental property, and if it's got laminate already in place or tile, keep it. That's great. You don't want to, just again for the whole pet factor. And for example, in Mandeville, to give you an idea of how big it is with allowing pets in your rental properties, in Mandeville, the average days on the market for properties that allow pets is 36. So they're getting tenants in 36 days on average if they allow pets. The average for properties not allowing pets, 64 days. You're looking at basically a month difference right there. In Slidell, the average days on the market for properties that do allow pets is 30 days. And the average for not allowing pets, 54 days. So another thing that obviously appeals to these people is fenced-in yards or garages too. Because a lot of people will keep their pets in maybe in a garage in a cage when they go to work or something. So if you can find, so obviously the ideal home would be 3 or 4 bedrooms, no carpet, a garage, and a fenced-in yard in one of the aforementioned school districts. So, and thank you for your time. Courtney wanted me to ask you guys, if you have business cards, she's going to do a little drawing for a book.
Yeah,
some books that we're doing.
Yeah.
What?
He's going to be picking who wins the book. So if you guys one will win a free book tonight. It's called The E-Myth. It's the one down at the bottom, the white one on the bottom. Is the one that we're giving away. He's going to be the one picking, so if you want to bring your card to him, he's going to pick it later at the end of the night, okay? So when we go to network, you want to find him. He is the book guy to give your business cards to.
Book guy, okay. All right. Well, thank y'all.
Any questions for him? No?
I'm just kind of curious, where is the data points for this being generated from?
What
Data
is?
sources?
This is all pulled from the MLS. The source as far as the days on the market, those are from the MLS. Yes.
You mentioned schools that are advantageous. Any schools, districts we should avoid?
I really shouldn't. I really shouldn't say that on the record. I'm on film right
Let's
now.
slide out those only, right, so.
So
Yeah, exactly.
maybe
So,
pull him to the side.
yeah, you can talk to me.
And then
But
the
in Slidell,
lobby.
there's only 3 school districts, and the 2 that are most sought after I mentioned. So
You can go online and find what schools are better.
exactly,
There's
you can
ratings.
find the ratings, right? I mean,
Forget
most
the
of the
name
schools
the
are
ratings.
blue ribbon schools out here, but
I did exactly what you said
Blue
when I moved
ribbon?
over here 100 years ago. My wife looked at the school district and said, now let's go find a house. We didn't find a house, we found a school.
Yeah.
Exactly what you said.
and
It's
that's
huge
it.
with It's huge with families, which typically when you have a 3-2, what are you going to be getting? People who need multiple rooms. You don't have packs of people. It's very, you get families more than you get like groups of roommates, right? You get, what is that? Like a family is like a group of roommates, right? I mean, you're going to get that more than a professional traveling circus group that all wants to rent the same house. So it's huge to think about that.
Well, and also, if you are considering doing that and allowing pets, know that there are certain breeds that your insurance company will not allow. So there are certain breeds they call dangerous breeds,
Right.
which my wife and I had a discussion in the car. We don't agree with it because we have a German Shepherd that would lick you to death and not even do anything. But that is considered one of the dangerous breeds. So before I say, you want to open it to all pet owners, make sure you know what kind of pet you're dealing with too. A lot of times, people say with owner approval, we will allow a pet. Also with a non-refundable deposit. And I've seen deposits go from $350 all the way to $1,000 for a pet deposit, which was actually insane. So, but again, just something to keep in mind.
And sometimes it's per pet.
Right, and
Exactly.
I've also seen a deposit plus a monthly, like basically monthly rent for the tenant. Because at the end of the day, that deposit, say $1,000. Well, what if they do more than $1,000 worth of damage based on the longevity of them staying in the place, right?
Right.
And so sometimes it's like, man, that's like another tenant who can cause issues, right? Some a little bit more, some, usually typically a certain height. I walked a house one time, and like 4 feet and below was like the urine target, right? The dog was a Great Dane, and I was about to start riding the Great Dane around the house so he wouldn't stop, smelling, sniffing my, anyway. I was like, well, maybe that's how I get him to stop. All right.
Well, if you say that, I actually worked with a lady. She has 2 dogs, a Chihuahua, not a problem, and a Great Dane. So again, always screen your tenants, potential tenants, very closely, especially if you are going to allow pets, for sure.
All right. Thank you very much.
Here's the cards. Please bring them
All right, you guys. So one of the things, guys, is we are, at the end of the day, these things are great. How many of you guys like that data? I like that data, right? It helps me to say, what is the market doing? It's funny, but I think we were talking about this earlier. I was talking with Robert earlier, is sometimes you deal with certain people, like a seller, and their price is crazy. I was like, just let the market talk to them, right? What people are buying, what people aren't buying. This guy's crazy on his price. The market, unless he gets a crazy person to match him, the market's going to tell him, you crazy, right? So with that, guys, I know that it's hard to find a deal these days. Right now, there's more cash buyers than there are deals out there. Would you guys agree? Yeah. So there's more cash buyers than there are deals. First of all, I'm a cash buyer, and I'm actively trying to buy. It's not that easy. So, first of all, if you are a wholesaler, add me to your list. I look for deals on the North Shore. Secondly, you can find my card back there. How many of you guys are wholesalers in here? Good bit of them. I myself am one. So with it is, real quick, put your hands back up if you were a wholesaler. If you are a cash buyer, you want to look at these people in the room, myself included. These are people who you want to say, hey, add me to your buyers list so that when they come across a deal, you're getting off-market deals. Just like you want to find real estate agents. If you're a real estate agent, can you raise your hand? Good bit of them here in the room. Okay. These are also agents. You want to say, hey, send me this criteria, whether that is foreclosures, short sales, whether that's bank-owned properties, whether that is, just fixer-uppers on the MLS, whatnot. Maybe you have a certain neighborhood that you want to watch. Just like you want to be on the radar for an agent for certain deals that go on the market, you also want to be on wholesalers' radar for finding off-market deals. Would you guys agree that's important?
Yes.
So for the wholesalers who are here in the room, you guys, if your cash buyers go in, introduce yourself to them. Also, I put a jug back there if you want to be added to my list. I know I'm not always focused as a person myself because I'm juggling different things. Who here has a deal that they want to share? Maybe they have a great flip opportunity, rental, development. Justin?
Well, you know about this one. This one is, we got a Mandeville that I'm working with 41, but this one's a little premature because we had some trouble locating it because the GIS maps don't work in that area. But we did locate the property, and we have not even set a price on it, but just to give you guys an early heads up, it is right at the end of American Street in Mandeville, off of Coffee. Very last lot on the right-hand side, and it's right, literally like next to Tammany Trace. So
Right.
I'm pretty sure you could actually just walk through the woods and hit Tammany Trace right there, which we probably will be putting signs out there. So we don't have a price yet, but if anybody's interested, this will be a wholesale deal, so it will be sold well in the market value.
Justin and I have 3 different deals that we're finishing the research on, but we've got on a contract for land in Mandeville near that lakefront area. You guys know, like Gerard Street area. We've got 3 land deals over there that we're just finalizing some research on. Land's not so easy to, sometimes it's not like, hey, this is me, with an address or anything. So we've got that. We also have a package deal. If you are interested in owner financing land, we've got a package of land in Tammany Hills in Covington, which is a hot neighborhood. A lot of development going on in there. A lot of great rental properties, and because of that, so all of these lots are quirky in some way or another. So I'm not talking to builders right now. I'm talking to people who'd be interested. The neighbors have expressed, multiple neighbors have expressed interest in these lots, but we're wanting to sell it as a package and instead of one-off to each neighbor. So with that this is I think it's 13 lots. We're asking $28,000 plus closing costs. They're assessed for more than $100,000. So there's opportunity because there's a lot of development in the neighborhood, the neighbors are like, hey, I don't want them to ever build next to me, or hey, my dad always used to say medicine, land is the best medicine, right? You don't have to have a headache of your neighbor, right? Get it? Okay. Look, he's not the only one with jokes tonight, right? No, I'm sure you guys have. Yeah. So with that is if you guys are interested in flipping land and land in general, Justin and I are partners on some deals. Justin is like the land expert that I like to go to as far as wholesaling land, as far as just land in general. He's got great backhouse stuff. Anyone else have a deal? Yeah?
Yeah. I brought them last month. I sold 2, but I still have 4. These are rentals in Gulfport. So if anybody's wanting to rent out there, buy some rentals out that way, I do have a package of 4 remaining of the 6, all in the same neighborhood. I'm sure that everybody's heard of the 1 or 2% rule. These fall right in there at the price that they're at. They are priced well below ARV. They all have pretty well maintained. All the ACs are 5 years or younger. Roofs were all done after Katrina. Hot water heaters are all about 4 years old. These are all highly well maintained and perfect for rentals. The guy that owns them now that I'm wholesaling for, he's 84 years old and did all the maintenance himself, and he's ready to get out of it. And he set them up to be super stupid simple rentals. I mean, he even has extra cleanouts on all the sewer drains and stuff. So if you're interested, give me a shout. I think they land between 1.4 and 1.6 on your return. So give me a shout if you're interested, or grab my business card.
If you guys are interested in the Gulf Coast, Aaron wholesales on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, so he's a good one you want to connect with if you're thinking of that area. Someone else have a deal? Yeah, Justin.
I've got one under contract in Macomb, if anybody works up there. It was a rental, nobody's in it now. Tire landlord. It's a 3-2 duplex. So it's set up as a duplex, but you can take down a wall, and it would be a nice single family. That's basically it. If anybody's interested, I'm ready to get rid of it. I've got it under contract for assignment. What it is.
Sure. All right. So if any of these deals, anyone else have one? No? Yay? No? All right. Fair hold your peace. Okay. So these are. So if any of these interest you, any of you agents, if you guys have a great listing that you're like, hey, this is a great deal that someone, whether you want to be the buyer's agent for it or you're a listing agent. Don't hold me to it. I don't speak agent, so if I'm ever like tripping on my own words. Also know that guys bring deals too, because we're hungry for deals, right? You know, I'm not gonna say let's cause a fight in the center because everyone's like fighting over good deals, but we want to bring some deals, right? So if any of those piqued your interest, definitely find these people to network with. So we're about to go into the networking time, and with that is, guys, don't forget, if you want to sign up for the newsletter, you can go back there in the back. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor, these events are possible and free thanks to our sponsors. If you are interested, there's a sign-up sheet, and I'll just reach out to you after the event. There's some king cake if you got a sweet tooth. The baby's pulled out of it, so you don't have to worry about being expectant of their father, right? And then I think that's it. Look, if you are of this shy nature, I'm going to encourage you. I'm speaking to you right now to at least find one person and ask them. Say who you are and what you're doing here, and ask them what their name and what they do, okay? Alright, you guys, we're going to spend the next 30 minutes networking. If you've got business cards, share them. Let's get to it. Hey, Sean, nice to meet you.
Got great books. Oh, okay. Nice to meet you. I'm Wayne.
Check my card there, I'm gonna get that.
You
principle. You know, I would let them. That's all I would share. Those are the two things. Go by their test scores, they're only one as far as scores go. But for whatever reason, a lot of people are getting on the side. I mean, really, the slide out there, so the teacher's a lot high, so they're very happy. So it just, I just need to let people know. I just want them to know, so like, buyers are better to them. That's all I want to share. Well, and part of the goal is that there's a neighborhood that go Ireland is very large subdivision, so it's like a split path.
That's my friend Prashant. He just came.
1 second, you mind 1 second? Hey, you guys, if you you ducking it, huh? All right, guys, look, right now you are missing out. If you're not here right now, look, if you are not here right now, I'm going to go ahead and say this is what you're missing out on. Aaron, come here real quick. So on our Facebook page.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so if you wanna reach out to them,
Yeah.
So I can always hook you up with where like finding it.
Yeah.
But reach out to them, okay?
Why can you text on there?
With it is I'll have to get it to you. It's a little bit more complex. But
Yeah, definitely.
Hey Susan, I just talked to Aaron. He's gonna get you that info, okay? Aaron, he just said he's gonna get with you. Look, if you guys are not here, this is what you're missing out on, okay? We're gonna get started. The speaker comes on at 7:30. See y'all then.
Sure. You know, you're in the right place that people fit. Great. So that's two different they know which drawings. But looking at if you're talking about that, animations they both I get a lot of questions. I really it's really tough. I mean I've had 3 clients in a row that asked me for a rate sheet. And then the next 2 might say, they've been found. Like I'm working with a lady right now, she has me, she wants to be found. So I was there.
Some of the reasons their kids are already in the house and they're moving, they don't want to change colors. So it's not so much they're looking for that scene, sometimes that's where they are. So they don't want to have to pull the kids out. Yeah.
It's off
Thanks.